Hey, legends, you better believe we're back in full fucking force, ready to drop kick some dog shit sauce
into outer space.
Liftoff as it breaks through the sound barrier.
Here, beyond the interference of the Earth's atmosphere, is an ideal observatory for scientific experiments.
Today's enemy is this cylinder of boredom. Sauce for slow cooking. The cooking instructions on this thing are about as exciting as being stuck in a traffic jam doing your tax. Just add beef? No, I don't think I will. So, without further ragu, let's kick this shit off. There it is. Those are the ingredients. And as usual, there's a few things you can change about it. I like to use lamb shoulder in this dish rather than lamb leg, but it's not the end of the fucking world if you can't be fucked getting lamb shoulder. Righto. Unlike that fucking jar of toxic waste, this shit takes a little bit of time. But most good things in life tend to take a little bit of time. Right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna need to move some of the shit. That all on a fucking tray. No worries, fucking Steve Curry's.
First fucking thing you want to do
is cut up your carrots, onion and celery and fucking put it in a bowl. Next, cut yourself up as much fucking garlic as you like. Stick that in its own special little bowl and your pancetta or bacon or whatever the fuck you've got and fucking put it in that bowl. There you go. Now, it doesn't really fucking matter how you cut up garlic. It doesn't. As long as you fucking get the piss off the outside of it, that's more or less the name of the game. The only hot tip I'll give you, if you dice your fucking garlic cloves up so fine it looks like fucking sand, it'll cook like fucking that. But we're slow cooking here, so you can cut it up a little chunky monkey. Last thing on the fucking chopo is a couple of chilies. If you like chili, doesn't have to go in there at all. I fucking hate chili! Oh! I'm just a fucking spicy boy, so I like putting chili in shit. If you did decide to jump on board the fucking spicy Venga bus, just chuck it in with your veg. Now, of course, here's my lamb shoulder. I've decided to fucking cut it up myself into bits about fucking that big. 1 inch, 2 inches thick, whatever. We're cooking it for a while. We'll cook it long enough so that it eventually fucking falls apart anyway. A little bit like pulled pork, but less trendy. Well, let's fucking go. Come on. Get yourself a fucking pot that will fit all that shit in it. Turn the heat on. Oi, look, you got the right one. Good for you, champion. Just clapping at myself. Up nice and high. Give it a good whack of olive oil. Now when that shit gets nice and hot, we want to brown off the lamb. It's pretty self-explanatory. Move it around in that shit until it goes brown. Once the shit's fucking browned off, take it out and put it back in the bowl. Now in with a little knob of butter. In with your pancetta, your bacon, whatever. And fucking fry that off for a minute or two. Unless you're using a Teflon pan, you'll probably notice a bit of shit getting stuck at the bottom of the pan. That doesn't fucking matter. We're about to smash that shit off with a bit of wine. After a couple of minutes of that shit, in with the veg. After that's had a few minutes to kick about, in with your garlic, champ. Put that off for 5-10 minutes. No, your pan's getting so brown at some of the corners. Well, there's a few reasons for that. One of them is that this fucking gas burner is a piece of shit. And the other one is that it's cast iron and white inside and it's gone brown. But we'll fix that in just a second. After that's had a few fucking minutes to cook off, in with some rosemary. A couple of sticks of fucking rosemary. You can throw the whole fucking twig in if you like. People often put thyme in with this. I just like the rosemary, suits me. Back in with your lamb. Now to deglaze. Pump in some fucking red wine. Fuck it, I love red wine, more red wine. I'm putting in half a bottle. You can put in less, put in more. Look at all that stuff on the side. And just fucking scrape your shit off. You thought you were gonna glaze me? You have been degloze? Throwing in a couple of bay leaves, or a few bay leaves, or 3 bay leaves. If you're wondering what bay leaves do, no one has any idea. They just go in. Oh, there's a fucking leaf in it. Must be good. Yeah, can't have dinner without fucking a couple of leaves in it. After the booze is cooked off a bit, in with a couple of tins of chopped tomatoes, and then, I don't know, 2 or 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now I'm going to use chicken stock. You can lose lamb stock if you like. If you found it, you can lose it. I haven't made any lamb stock, so I'm just using chicken stock. 2 cups of chicken stock. Now turn the fucking heat right down Bang a lid on it. Keep an eye on it, give it a stir every now and then, but about 2.5 hours should get you out of trouble. So go do something else for a while and then come and visit it every now and then. Keep checking on it like a mate. It's good to check in on your mate. Righto, see you in 2.5 hours-ish.
Now, instead of a gun, let's use a rocket.
That looks about right. Got some water on the boil because I'm going to have it with pasta. What a wild idea. Well, for me, one of the best ways to check whether the fucking meat's ready is to just fucking try a little bit. You can give it a little push against the side, and if it kind of busts apart like that, it's ready. Lift your mismatched lid off this, and there's your boiling salted water, and fucking in you go with the pasta. If you have decided to go with rigatoni, try to undercook it just a touch. Rigatoni can be quite temperamental because it's fucking larger pasta, so if you overcook it, it becomes the size of the fucking house and it just kind of collapses into a fucking bunch of mushy shit. I tend to like pasta a little fucking undercooked anyway. Al dente. To the tooth. Once all that piss is cooked, we'll fucking mix it together. I'll put it in a bowl and we'll fucking talk about it. You can bung in a little salt, a little pepper if you feel like it. A little pepper on top does me, and the stock's kind of salty enough, so woohoo. You can always just fucking fang the salt and pepper on the table and people can sort themselves out. Put a bit of that gear in a bit of here. Now you don't have to use all this fucking sauce if you don't want to. I've used about 1 packet of pasta. It's probably enough sauce for a bit more, depends how saucy you are. Gingerly stir your rigatoni. Listen to that. Here it is, champions. Lamb ragu. Doesn't get much fucking better than that shit. Let's taste it. Fucking oath. Obviously, I'm going to tell you that that shit's fucking awesome. Because it is. It's fucking awesome. And you're fucking awesome. That's awesome. See you next time, champignons. And just remember, fuck jar sauce.